Here's the explanation as to why I need my miniatures to be durable. Alright, the giant swings its massive fist. And I'm sorry, your character is dead.
I'm gonna roll up another character.
Okay then. Wow, so take a look at the skeleton that Kringle kind of went to town on. The paint is still on there. I'm really impressed. This is one of the Walgreens skeletons, and I say the paint is still on there because I actually soaked it in rubbing alcohol overnight, basically, before I used primer on it, and I honestly think this is one of the best ways to clean off cheaper miniatures that I've ever seen before. Rubbing alcohol, who knew? Well, apparently Jason from Mech Head Studios knew. You can find a link to his video below on how to clean up the Dollar General skeletons for painting. You know, I was actually super interested to see what other sort of miniatures this would work with, so I tested it on Reaper Bones, and boy, I was super impressed with the results. Just check this out. I'm actually going to test this skeleton with a hammer. Not so bad. You can see there's a clear chip off the paint and primer. Not that bad. But let's test it out on the paint that I put on the primered shield. That's not bad. Absolutely no chips on the opposite side. And very, very little indentations on the actual paint on the shield. This is pretty impressive. Honestly, I like this treatment for the bones. The bones plastic seems to get a little bit drier, and I don't know the word to describe it. Perhaps a little bit more, well, less rubbery. That's the only way I can put it. Less rubbery. And again, the weird thing is, this is the first time I've ever heard of people cleaning off cheap miniatures with rubbing alcohol. This works out really good. Again, what I did is I cleaned off the Reaper Bones normally, as you just would with soap and water, dish soap actually. And then I dried them off and I put them in rubbing alcohol overnight. Once I took them out of the rubbing alcohol, let them dry off, and then basically painted on the Vallejo brush on primer. And I got these amazing results. I don't think I've ever heard anybody on the Reaper forum talking about cleaning off Reaper Bones with rubbing alcohol. If you're going to try this out, just, maybe just experiment with one non-important Reaper Bone just in case there's some difference between rubbing alcohols and for some reason some isopropyl rubbing alcohol will dissolve them and otherwise. I don't think it will. It's PVC material, so you shouldn't have any problems. But just be careful if you're going to test this on your own. I'm going to keep on testing this method, and I will let you know if there's anything else you need to watch out for. But as far as I'm concerned, this is going to be my go-to method of applying primer to Reaper Bones from now on. The primer after the rubbing alcohol easily passed the fingernail test, and I have had zero issues with wear and tear. This really seems great. As always, if you have any interesting methods of cleaning cheap miniatures, please let me know in the comments. Wow, you're in the shot with me. You're supposed to be across the table. What are you doing? Oh, man. You are a goofball. Oh, Jesus.